talking about coronavirus and restrictions across the world to mitigate the spread of coronavirus. Recently, the government of Rwanda took a measure to stop and for a moment all international flights, passenger flights going or coming into Rwanda. And one of them that was faced with this measure was KLM, a Dutch airliner. To tell us more about this measure and how it has impacted the airline across the world, but specifically the Netherlands, I'm joined by the Rwandan ambassador to the Netherlands, Pierre Karabaranga. Thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Thank you very much as well.
So recently, that decision was taken by the government, but we've seen in the latest development that KLM has been allowed to fly passengers for the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, and 25th. How do we explain this? What do you think was the main cause to this new exception?
Actually, this is a good development that came out after the discussions between the government of Rwanda and the company KLM and the Dutch government. Because we, as Rwandan government and on the other side, the Dutch government, we have on both sides people who are stranded in the two countries. So the discussion came out when we found that we had to bring our people back home. So the discussion between the government of Rwanda and the KLM decided actually to allow these 3 flights coming from Amsterdam to Kigali and from Kigali to Amsterdam. So this was done in the interest of our people, where the Rwandan government actually wanted to make sure that no Rwandan is left somewhere in Europe stranded because there is no flight. Mm-hmm. So this was done in the interest of Rwandan citizens.
Was that decision also serving the interest of the Dutch people in any way?
Yes, for sure. I can't talk on behalf of the Dutch government, but for sure, if they decided actually to send this company KLM to Rwanda, I presume is in the interest of the Dutch people and the other European citizens that live in Rwanda. But on our side, on the Rwandan side, this was discussion done in the interest of Rwandan citizens across the world, not only in Netherlands, but also across Europe and in other parts of the world.
Mm. Do you, by any chance, be knowing how many people that have been served, especially, I mean Rwandans that have been served by this window of, extra flights of the KLM?
I can't know because people are actually booking online on the KLM website. So we don't have the figures, but we know that people are really booking. And what we did at embassy is that we put in place a hotline so that people who want more information about this facility can actually reach out and ask any question about this facility. So people are booking online. There is no possibility that we know because they don't come back to inform us what is happening. But we know for sure that people really are booking and they are planning to come back.
Mm. Lastly, help us understand the current situation of the Rwandan community in the Netherlands regarding, mitigating or controlling the spread of coronavirus. What are you doing as the embassy, but what are you preaching to the Rwandan community in the Netherlands?
So actually, as we do always, we work closely with the Rwandan associations, members of the Rwandan diaspora in the Netherlands. So we keep discussing and monitoring the situation, but most importantly, we advise Rwandan community here in the Netherlands actually to follow instructions done by the Dutch government, because this is the where they live, where they work, and they have to follow the instruction by the Dutch government. We have two groups of Rwandans living in the Netherlands. We have permanent residents who live here with their families, and then we have students actually doing their studies in the Netherlands. So we all tell to them all to follow the instruction by the Dutch government, and as we all do. We also at the embassy we just follow the instruction by the Dutch government.
Ambassador Jean-Pierre Karabaranga, thank you so much for your time.
Most welcome, and please stay safe as well.
You too. Thank you so much.
Thank you.